Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back to this very fine day, a fine day indeed, as my fleet is leaving town, a fleet ready to be sold to Archie, of course. And the thing with those is that for the first time we're also trying to sell warships. Now with warships comes a problem, right? Trade ships fall easily under the radar, warships not. So the moment my warships leave the port, I'm probably expecting a lot of ships that are going to chase us then right away. Ships like these here, that's Miss Hunt, right? And also especially the pirate ships. So we really gotta be careful how we get them over there as quickly as possible, well, I hope. In Helsing itself, we continue onwards with our jolly good building. It's coming along, I should say, and in this case here we have finally, I love it all the time, trains. Trains are the biggest addition that we have now to our city, and with trains of course comes more lively cities, but also of course oil. That's a great thing. And explosions? I hope not. But anyway, yeah, one of my mines exploded. This one here, yeah, that's a bit of iron that we lose here from time to time now. All right, my clippers come in here, so we can sell them for the 7,500 each. There's also my royal galleon now. That's worth 16,000, more than twice as much. That's actually pretty nice, but of course it also takes longer to construct it, and it also requires weapons, among other things, right? And they're going to be neutral the moment I sell them and leave the map. So they're not going to be sold to any of the other opponents. They're going to sail under the banner of the crown, right? The royal banner it is. A ship of the line is worth 25,000. So this is actually quite a bit. 25,000 for a ship of the line. It would take me 12 minutes to produce it. That's actually quite worth it. It's twice as much as a clipper, but it's also selling for like almost 4 times as much. So let's go ahead and yeah, actually go in and produces some of those ships of the line, and that we can sell them for a nice profit, with which we can then also once again purchase us some shares. Another thing I'm doing right now is also scavenging here, so whenever there is a ship sinking. We're now at war with Princess Ching 2. That means there is a high chance that from time to time they get within my radar here, and then of course we can attack and sink them. There is something actually over here, so let's just try and get this one while it's still fresh in the ocean right here. There it is, floating around in all its glory. May it bring us glory, may it bring us juicy items. 25 tons of oil is in right now, that's piling up, and Tobias is coming once again. With our 5 trade contracts now, there's going to be not that much iron coming in. I would really like to export more of my bread, so we need to build more depots, right? Number 1. Number 2, I cannot build right now. We need more steel beams. Oh, there is something finally that is actually worth it. Eagles every 5th day, a half-day act. And yeah, we can reduce the maintenance cost of public buildings. We also reduce their range with that, and that's a totally worthless item because those service buildings have a very low maintenance cost usually that I don't bother with. So selling this one actually is quite cool, right? That's 43,000 we will get out of this one here. I'll gladly take it into my harbor there. Whoever lost it, thank you very much. All right, yeah, we're still really low there on my steel beams. How much does one cost? This is going to be tight. I think Tobias is coming in at this moment, and I would really like to have another depot ready so that we can export more. I could also, of course, get some of that iron into my clipper, right, so that we open up the storage here. The same is with the cement, right? That would be something. I'm not going to throw them overboard though. The hops, oh, we're also out of hops. This is not good. My total hops consumption is 4. That's 80 tons actually that we're going to need here. That's not enough. Let's actually pump it up to 100 tons. You can also export more soap with that. The iron and the wood that we have, we can continue using for yet another sewing machine. That's pretty nice. Let's actually move this one over there. Looks a bit lost. We can also build us a nice new road here. This road goes then up, and then we have another sewing machine here popping in as well. And you know what? Let's actually make this tighter, like so. And then we could go ahead and... Nah, I'm probably going to keep it like that for the moment. This is all fine. And with that, we can also reach most of these buildings here, especially all of the bakeries. This is going to be the important thing here. The second cannery I've built, producing now more canned food than ever. And I hope it's enough for my upgrades. It is. It's all in the decimals. So in this case here, we're probably consuming around 1.7 or 1.6, and we produce around 1.9 or something like that at this point. And with that, we could go in and upgrade a few more people. I'm hesitant to upgrade more people though to engineers for now, because this will just increase my unhappiness. And we rather go in and just upgrade more people to workers from farmers, right? So these guys here in this area, and these guys here probably, yeah, they need a market. I have no market close by. Extending the range, of course, is an option. Like so. We have some bricks at least to the important market areas. With that, we can definitely squeeze in a few more workers here. Right, so this should provide, there it is, very good. A few of them are getting it. A destruction quest, Archie, I'm sorry I can't do that. Okay, there's also no more ships waiting here. That's the important thing. Let's just wait it out now. Very good. With that, we can upgrade a whole bunch of new people here. These guys especially. And also probably down... not this one. These guys. There you go. That's more workers. And with that also more money, of course. We also finished the first royal warship. These are really powerful ones. They also look really powerful. And yeah, they should also net a nice price for their construction. We'll just see how it goes. Actually, we're not worth the admiral. So let's actually push this one right away and try and sell it. Oh, also here we have the first steamships. Princess Jing has it. It's the first that I see. With that, we face a new problem, and that is that my flamethrowers will lose their effectiveness over time now. With more steel ships, right, the flamethrowers are only powerful against the wooden ships, so now we need to then also start building us some anti-armor guns. These guys, however, require advanced weapons, and advanced weapons is something theoretically I could go for them. It might actually be worth it. Requires electricity, we have that. They're also super duper nice for the export. So that is also something I could try and really go for. Let's sell the warship. The royal warship, that is. Because that should net a nice price. 32,000. Okay. That's a good price for this ship. That I can take off. Perfect. Alright, about these new industries though, we're going to need a bit more space. We have those furnaces here. I think we have too many anyway. And I might get rid of these guys here, right? Because here we can then have our advanced weapons production. For that, we're going to also need then some dynamite. Look at that. There's probably not going to be more than 2 that we need, but they definitely need to be as centrally as possible because they require electricity. So we just gotta make sure that we also power them. Alright, so it's this one here. There you go. I might actually also use this road there to power this whole side here then as well, right? This should extend it quite nicely up there as well for these guys here, so that we can have more industry than there as well instead of the warehouses. So that would be 2. That would be a production of 2. And if we boost them up to 4 of advanced weapons, that is really powerful. However, we're going to need a few things down the road here. We're going to need the saltpeter works. And we're going to need 2 of them for 1 dynamite factory, for 1 heavy weapons factory. So tops, we would need 4 saltpeter works. Each one of them costs me 500 on the maintenance, so we need to be careful about how many we really build. We still need to start with that, honestly, because we do need those weapons. We have the space here still available, right? Because there's the sand mines, alright. We probably will go in and make us some 2 more sand mines here. There you go. And then we can actually go in and make us those saltpeter works. That's 2. And then I hope that we can somehow squeeze in another 2. Oh, come on. Here and here. I think this should work out. Even if we go this way here, it's not possible. We're closing it off for this one here. I might need to keep it open. This could work. Also not. strange. Like this. This works. This would work up to that area here. It looks strange though. But it would give me all the saltpeter works that I'm ever going to need. In my protected area that is as well, right? And they all have also access with the warehouse. That's also something to consider here. Right. Make these road connections complete. Yeah. It's looking strange, but we have everything here then, right? In the protected area. Not more than I'm going to need. We just need the rendering works. We have plenty of that. We need to import the tallow anyway. We're doing this already, and we're already capped with the tallow, right? I'm not going to get rid of the rendering works though, because we will always need tallow. And I'm not importing tallow forever. We're just using it to unlock us now the caoutchouc, right? So we're already a fourth through that. So then we can also start importing caoutchouc. Alright, so the rendering works, what we can actually do with them though is we can pause them, right? And save on the money. That's actually fine. Let's pause them for the moment. So rendering works it is, tallow it is, the saltpeter we have, the steel we have. We just need, yeah, 2 dynamite factories and we would have everything ready for our advanced weapons production. The dynamite factory does not require electricity, so we can actually boost it. And with this we only need 1 dynamite factory, right, that we can have here. Because this is already producing then for 2 heavy weapon factories, if boosted. Very nice. Should we do this already? 2,200 maintenance cost. The sooner we start with that, the better. 85,000 on the construction cost. I would need to build the power plant first though. Which is a major step, because then all of these buildings here produce and consume twice as much. Alright, I think it's as good a moment as any. We have 300 oil in the storage right now. Yeah, let's build us the oil power plant over here. There you go. We still need to have a connection for it. And with that, we do receive hopefully now some oil all the way down here from the harbor area. Let's just wait this. We should be seeing a train now coming out of this once this one is getting out there again. There it is. And this one is now bound for the oil hopper. No, it's not, because the tracks are occupied, so we still need to wait one more round. That's fine though, right? Nope, we don't have a connection. Ah, it was the bridge. There's the bridge now. For the 43 tons of steel beams. Super expensive that was. But absolutely worth it. And with this one we should have it now. Yes, now we have the connection. Now we should be seeing a train. There it is. Delivering 200 tons of that oil already to the power plant. And holy moly, this is going to be a boost. Right? Right now we are producing 16 tons of steel. And we are also producing 5 tons of steel beams. So this is going to essentially double now. The other thing we also have then, of course, is the sewing machines. We're producing 6 right now. That goes up to 12. So this is going to be the nice thing about that. But also, of course, the consumption rates go up. And this is all iron and coal industry. So this will have a serious impact on my coal and iron consumption, of course. That right now is looking not very comfortable, so this will double, right? In that case, we will need to work on some ways of doing this by, of course, disabling factories this early. There's the train getting that oil over. Actually 2 trains. Yeah, cut those horses. Oh no, they actually waited. Nice detail there. And there the oil is coming in. And there we have the boost. Electricity is flowing. Electricity is being received. And we're getting 100% base productivity out of these buildings here. Essentially now also doubling our consumption for iron and coal, of course. Also though, doubling everything else that we have as output. The same goes also here with my sewing machines, where we would have an exporting power of 180 tons of sewing machine if we could maintain that coal and iron consumption. Which, of course, we can't. So I'm going to disable a few of these furnaces right now. We will enable them again over time, right? That's that, just to make this one even again somehow. I think one more we need. Oh, and we've also upgraded a good. I would like to have a look at that. This is looking better now. And with that, of course, the steel will be a bit out of whack. Right, there you go. Because we will also need to disable some of these again. Especially also my steel beams production. Right, we need a few more trade contracts to get that coal in, otherwise and iron. Otherwise, this is not going to work out for us. Alright, let's have a look. We have upgraded also the windows now. Very good. So they have increased in value. So we don't need to export that many windows anymore. The soap will be upgraded with the next trade. Probably. Yes, we can do this. Probably we could push the 40 to 400. The planks is also not that far away anymore from the level epic. That is something. And bread. Bread needs one more trade cycle as well. Then we can have bread as well. Once again, we are also selling for a whopping 75,000 in total, these 3 ships. Which is enough money that we can either afford the heavy industry now or we purchase another share. In this case, I would actually like to go for another share. Right? Because we can still sell more ships, but that share will provide me 1,400 on the value. How's the Admiral looking? 1.6. And Princess Jing. Oh, that's 2,000 share value. Let's go ahead and do this. Princess Jing is also worth quite a bit. And we already have 2 ships again. Let's get them over and sell them immediately for a bit of cash. Also, one of my clippers, the HMS Solo, has some nifty items that we can also sell. Probably will get some steel beams in, right? Because we always lack them a bit, even with the electricity flowing. There is some ships again. 50,000, and then we can also sell or combine 60,000. Very nice. And then I would like to purchase 150 tons for only 20,000. Right, this is super cheap. All that steel beam coming in again, very important for further upgrading my city. Speaking about the city, we may want to start with the advanced weapons now. We have the electricity flowing, we have the money for building it. 85,000. The dynamites was 50,000. Ooh. No, it's actually not possible yet. I need to go with another round of ship selling. It's fine though, because we have a nice balance. Now we have the money. Let's build the saltpeter works. First one. And we will also then be able to build the dynamites factory right away for the 50,000. Don't forget, this one is getting boosted though, right? So it will consume more saltpeter than we produce, but that's okay because I can only build one heavy weapons factory for now anyway. Let's also do this here right away. Super advanced building, really. One of the most expensive ones you can have. 85,000 for it. Make sure that it has a proper road connection right next to it. And yeah, this one will now start producing heavy weapons for us. And with that, also then the anti-armor guns that we have, the big batteries, and yeah, we might also just sell some of them for the profit. The fisheries are being attacked. This is what happens to any harbor area that does not have a sizable defense, right? Because without that, you're really screwed at this point. Let's go ahead and build us another row of defense here. On that side, right? So that's another 24 influence that we have. Spend on this. But that's okay because it's worth it. And there's a bit of flotsam, but that I don't care about. It's just some flour. And here we can commission another ship. And there it is also. Advanced weapons are coming in. Very nice indeed. And we're producing. We should be producing one now. There it is. Perfect. Alright, Princess Jing settles another island down here. She has a lot of islands now. With that, all the big islands are gone. And as you can see, we're also now really surrounded by enemies. The Admiral is the only one that we're not at war with. So I would like to try something right now. Let's just check it out. Is the Admiral at war with anyone else? I don't think so. Nah, it's just Anne Harlow, really. But that's that. It makes a problem for me because we do need coffee somehow. We cannot import coffee right now until we have imported 1,800 chocolate. Chocolate is though only being unlocked in the Docklands when you have investors. And investors you can only get when you provide coffee. So we do need to get coffee. Madame Kahina is selling coffee. 150 tons for now. And this is what we can use to boost some of my people then to investors and unlock it. However, we need to get that coffee over somehow. For that, we need to do several smaller holes, I think, that we're trying here. Getting my clipper in somehow. I can also see that there is a big attack coming in. Or she's just going back at the very last second. It seems also like it. The Clipper could go under the radar of a lot of these traders here. So I'm going to try this. And I'm going to try to get my Clipper all the way here along the Admiral's coast to Madame Kahina. Right? Let's just see if we can do it once. I mean, it's a Clipper. We can easily rebuild it again. If we lose it, it's empty. It's worthless to us, other than getting some coffee in. And I'm trying to do this with several small steps, because this is going to be expensive, getting that initial coffee in. Let's also pause coffee consumption for now, for my people here. We can also hope to find coffee, of course, with the Flotsam. That might be something. And we can also hope to find it with quests, like this one here, a puzzle quest. Find and collect Mr. Joseph Jefferson, tragedian and non-parallel. And he is there. Super easy, really. That was a comedian. Alright. Ready to be sold. Some more glasses coming in. Tobias, where are you? 40 seconds. Perfect. Because this is going to be also, once again, very important milestone here. We're going to get a few more goods in. We're also going to unlock us the brass. There it is. Already have it. Great thing. He's trading already. It happened. Brad actually is also now part of the small 4 that we have down here. And with that, we can now import brass. This is really great, because with that, hooray, we can get glasses and steam motors, and with that also steam ships, if it comes to that. Alright, these 4 I cannot sell right now. There is Princess Jing on in the way. She might actually also target them. We'll just see. Also, we can build another export office, and I'm super happy about that. Right in here, we can squeeze them in. There you go. Opening up a new trade contract for us. Iron and coal looks fine to me right now. We have enough cement now coming in as well. The cement import for the caoutchouc is at 1,000 out of the 2,000 that we need. So almost halfway there. That's okay. We should be using now sewing machines. We have a nice abundance of that as my next export good. I would also like to upgrade sewing machines then all the way, because we can really produce this in high quantities, right? And yeah, what can we do here? I'm tempted at this point to use then my upgraded planks that we should be able to upgrade soon. Yes, they're going to get to epic level with the next trade. So it makes it really feasible to use planks for the grain, that we get rid of the grain farms. That's going to be nice. And then I just need to find me a new product that we should import with us. It's probably going to be brass, right? There you go. And the ratio is not so bad with it, right? So this is something we can do. Yeah, alright, there it is. The Clipper being destroyed by Miss Hunt. She actually chased it down, right? This is no coincidence. She chased it over here. It was close. We can also, of course, try to find the white flag at Eli, or even more important, at Archie, right? So he should be having one white flag in stock at some point. I could try and roll for this. It's a risky one, and it's a very low chance, but this could also provide me something. And I think also doing the Land of Lions intro quest could also provide me with a white flag ship. That we probably should also be aiming for, because I will need one at least. And with some happy more upgrades to engineers, these guys here and these guys here, and also some additional artisans, we're concluding this episode with a smile on our face. So we concluded happily, even if we lost a Clipper there. So my plan was not really that successful, but at least other plans were. And yeah, we're growing nicely so far. 14,000 people, 10,000 on the bank, on the balance, I should say. And yeah, my goal, of course, is now to get to investors somehow. This is going to be a bit risky or tricky again. And we continue with more advanced weapons in our pockets and anti-armor guns, I hope so, in the next episode. Stay tuned.